Christmas. As we do every year. Now, fantasy. This year it's going to be slightly different, but let me explain. Before I do, this is the one important part that you got to know. Right here is table 1, table 2, table 3, table 4, table 5, and last but not least, table 6. Yeah, right? Actually, at this point, I'm going to turn it over to my able assistant.
Check it out.
Adrian.
His lovely niece.
Lovely, capable assistant who's going to explain the rules of how it's going to work.
I can't.
Adrian?
Well, do we know who you are?
Oh, yeah, no, I'll do that when I sit down at that table. I'm going to introduce myself. All
right.
They're going to get who I am.
Wow.
You're going to sit at this table?
Yeah, I'll sit here. I'll sit
Your
at
table 1? Now Memorial Day. Memorial Day's true meaning lies in remembering and honoring the men and women who died while serving in the U.S. military, particularly those who made the ultimate sacrifice. It's a day to reflect on their service, sacrifice, and price of freedom, urging us to remember their legacy.
Amen.
So we're going to do a little mix-up here. We're going to focus on sacrifice, we're going to focus on memories, and we're going to focus on legacy. So we can take this in either direction. I'm going to go with legacy. My name is Adrian Etheridge, mother of Liam Hart, daughter of Gary William Etheridge and Vivian Ann Etheridge, rest in peace, granddaughter of Geraldine Merrill Etheridge and Jeffrey William Etheridge Sr.
All right.
So we're going to start with legacy because it's very important in the times that we're living in right now to know where we come from. The only way we're going to know where we're going is to know where we came from. So that's where I'm going to stand. So as far as this goes, we're going to keep it loose, we're going to keep it light, and we're going to celebrate. Today is a day of memories, of happiness, celebration. Whether you want to share a Memorial Day memory, something that stands out to you, whether it's something that's happened in this moment in time, a graduation, a promotion, waking up this morning. That is a celebration in itself. If that's what we want to share, that is what we will share. But right now we figured we'd switch it up and rather have Uncle JJ, little JJ, be the MC. We figured we'd open up and we make it a little more interactive and we kind of share the things that are important to us. So for me, Focus Legacy, I shared who I am with you. I love you all and I'm so happy that we're here today. And now I'm going to turn it over to table number 1.
Yeah! It's going to be, oh, by the way, Gerald said today we're going to use a really high-tech microphone. This spoon is the microphone. So you got to talk into the mic. First up, my brother, Raymond.
Yay!
Couple of memories, family, whatever. Let's go. Work with me.
Face the crowd.
So hi everybody, my name is Ray Etheridge. I'm the son of Geraldine and Jeffrey Etheridge. And I was asked to think about something that happened around the Memorial Day period, and the only thing I could come up with, because Memorial Day tends to be here.
Yes.
Most of those memories are here.
Right.
And this is a memorable place.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
House of
not
memories.
Not even gonna go into that, but when I was a kid, something that happened around Memorial Day is when my dad took me to the New York Auto Show, which I hadn't heard of because I was 7 years old. And he said, well, when I was in the Army, we used to drive these Jeeps, and they were crude, and they were crazy, and like, I was one of the few people who could get our Jeep to work right. But now here in the New York Coliseum, now this is the kind of car you want. So that, to me, that was my earliest memory of something that happened around Memorial Day that I kind of associate with the holiday.
All right. Pastor the mic. Pass the mic.
Let me give it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
pass it. We'll go counterclockwise.
Go counterclockwise. Okay, so my name is Gary William Etheridge.
Giggy.
You know me as Giggy. Also son of Jeffrey Sr. and Geraldine Adolph Etheridge. And I am a proud father. First of my daughter Adrian, and also Tamara, who could not be here. She's busy working, but I'm just thankful for all the memories that we've had, all the memories of being over here, memories when we were back there in Laurelton, and you know, we were trading with my brother and all that. We're all still able to jump around.
Maybe me.
So anyway, so that's my memories. I'm just so proud of being here, having a family and my daughters and a grandson as well. So that's what I'm thankful for.
Nobody can. All right, guys, we'll come back.
All right.
All right.
Stand there. Yeah, you can.
You don't have to stand up if you want.
I'm Nancy Burns Clark,
Hello, Nancy.
the daughter of Junius Burns and Josephine Burns.
Yeah.
I love sharing this day with you. I want to mention in memory and memoriam of my brother William Haywood Burns, who was not a veteran, but who served this country and served the Black freedom cause through his entire life, dying in Africa while helping the elections for Mandela. I would like to just mention my dear friend whom I think of all the time at this time, who is still alive, but he is a veteran of the Vietnam War, was wounded so many times they told him don't come back here. And he fought for the country, and he is now living in misery in New Jersey. I like to remember him because he gave the best of his life and the best serving this country for whatever cause and whatever reason. We have to continue to serve this country and hope to better it. And I turn it over to my husband.
Amen. Yeah. All right. Very good.
I was also told not to let the battery run out. My name is William Billy Clark, C-L-A-R-K. How does Clark connect with this family? My grandmother was a Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
She was the oldest of the original Thompson sisters.
Wow.
Beryl was married to, of course, we know Leroy Adolph. So that's the connection here. And I like to fast forward.
What's your connection to Beryl?
I'm a cousin.
All right.
The Thompsons are my grandmother married a Clark. I'm going to fast forward, and I'm going to talk about this occasion. I am probably the oldest person in this gathering. I've said this a couple of times today. God willing, I'll be 85 in 3 weeks. I watched this affair evolve. I see young men, the Etheridge brothers, my cousins, and their granddaughters. I've seen the Adolph boys. I've seen them grow from small children. I remember when they lived in New York, in Harlem. So I've watched this evolve. I've watched everyone raise a family. I've watched the relatives from Nassau come up every year. From the Bahamas. I Every year, I don't know if I can make this. Every other year, I probably make it. And then I'm happy I came.
Amen. Amen.
And I'm going to leave it with that. God bless you all.
Oh, don't put down the mic. Pass it.
Thank you very much.
I am Leslie Clark. I'm Bill's daughter. And Nancy's daughter. And since we're also talking about Memorial Day and thanking those who served the country, my father was also a lieutenant in the Army, and he was about to go to Cuba until they came to their sense and decided not to launch some nuclear weapons. He was sitting on his trunk ready to go, and so I guess it worked out and I'm here. But I will say, as someone who for their last Christmas asked for a facelift that I did not receive, I will say that
You don't need it.
thank you. We don't cry. I remember this gathering starting in Nanuet with Leroy Adolph and Beryl Thompson Adolph as a young child. And I remember seeing all these old men who now have grandchildren horseplay around and play basketball, and I was able to swim in the pool with Adrian and Tamara out in Quag when we were still the little ones. And now Adrian has a child in college, and one who talks like this.
Right there.
And I told Gwen earlier today, I'm glad that so many of the elders who started this got to see where it was going, but they would be so proud to see where it is right now.
Amen.
And I'm very grateful to be sharing today with you all today too.
Wait, he got it. Can't skip. No skipping.
I am Kermit Thompson, known as KG Thompson, son of Kermit Thompson Sr., and a proud member of this family, the Thompson family, for many, many years. And I just want to say how lovely it is to see every year, every one of you, and to represent what the Thompson, Adolph, and Morgan families mean. And I'm just very fortunate to be alive to see it every year. And just remember that Memorial Day is for those who made that ultimate sacrifice, to have the freedom, to have the food, to have the drink, and to share family and friends in loving spirit and with God's grace. Thank you.
Everyone, most people here already know me. I am known as Stephanie Edna Gilliam, daughter of Desiree and Stephen Gilliam. A month ago, we celebrated our 1-year anniversary. So, I am now Stephanie Peterkin. Thank you.
I was waiting for it.
So this is my coming out.
There you go.
But it has been, I mean, you guys have known me for years. I mean, half of you have seen me in diapers. And you saw him, we grew for many
We vetted
years.
him. He went through the process.
He did.
All right.
Don't steal my speech.
Many of y'all have interviewed him separately.
Yes, we did. I threatened him too.
Don't steal my speech either.
But I have been saying this over and over again. I have been blessed with a good village. I mean, between family and friends, the people who have went to our wedding. I mean, the amount of love that I felt is immeasurable, and I can't say anything more than I love everybody here. I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you. What they didn't steal, I'm going to try and... So, Wayne Peterkin, my father is also, I'm a junior, so Wayne Peterkin Sr. And Mary, now White.
So,
Talking to Mike.
right. So, as far as this family goes, I'm a new addition, as she stated, a year and a month now. Joined the family officially. I was going to point out that the first time I came to one of these, it was in Queens, and I was threatened for about 3 hours straight. And I assured every single person that I had nothing but good intentions, so here I am. So here I am. Just to touch on legacy, my grandfather, every Memorial Day, I really always remember my grandfather, who served in World War II and came back to the U.S. to Jim Crow, Alabama. And just picturing what he went through after fighting for this country, I feel like in a way that was an ultimate sacrifice and just his dedication. So I always try to remember that on Memorial Day. So I stand here as probably his wildest dream, because now I'm being paid good money to work in New York City, and he probably couldn't even imagine in Jim Crow, Alabama, us being here.
That's right.
Thank you everyone for welcoming me to the family and being part of this.
Don't turn your back on me. You first, young man. Nobody escapes.
First thing we do is kill all the lawyers. Hi, my name's Ron Riddick. I am not a member of the family, but my cousin, I said, God gives you the family that you're born into, and then he gives you the family that you choose. And Beryl Lative chose me. She told me one day, "You're coming." I don't know if he told Gerald to invite me or not. Gerald and I, although different ages, we have several things in common. We are both alumni of Monsignor Kelly. We are alumni of Cardinal Spellman High School. And most importantly, we're alumni of the Archbishop Leadership Project. So I thank you for accepting me as part of your family. And that's all I have to say.
I'm sorry? What was that? Survival.
Yes.
So hi everyone, my name is April Waters Jeffries.
Hi, April.
And I'm not related to y'all either.
Yes, you are.
I kind of am, because Ronald Adolph and I were at MIT together.
All right, MIT.
And what's hilarious is there were many nights, some that I remember, some that I don't. But the ones that I do, we would talk a lot about our families, and who were the different characters in our families. And, years later, Ronald shows up at St. Charles, where I sing with the Gospelites. And all of a sudden, I start putting together all the people that we talked about in college. Like, oh, that's who your dad was. That's who the guy that did whatever. I won't go into detail. So anyway, I came here maybe 2 years ago for the first time, and I was so amazed at the family that you all have, particularly with the young people who got a chance to talk about what they were doing and their accomplishments. And I thought, my family's very small, and I thought, wow, this is really pretty special. So I want to thank you guys for allowing me to be a part of this.
Michael Jeffries, proud husband of April Waters Jeffries. And on this Memorial Day, just like to say a proud thanks to family, mom, dad, granddaddy. Granddaddy was a serviceman, World War I, taught me about mustard gas, hot dogs. But at that age, when coming up, it says, okay, service, military, Memorial Day, went to all the parades, played in the bands for Memorial Day. And my dad served as a sergeant in the Army. his claim to fame was the Nuremberg trial as one black guardsman at the Nuremberg trial. So that always comes back to me. So congrats to all the service people.
That's right. You passed the mic.
Hello, everyone. I'm Samantha Delaney, and I'm part of the Adolph family through the church because Mrs. Adolph and Mr. Adolph really took me under their wings when I came to the parish in 1997. And on this Memorial Day, I give thanks for I had 7 great uncles who fought in World War II. So 4 on my paternal side, my dad's 4 uncles, and my mom had 3 uncles. So I give thanks to them on this Memorial Day.
Hello everyone, I'm Beverly Riddick, married to Ron Riddick, and also related, I'll say, to the Adolphs through St. Charles. We sit right behind Gerald and Gwen every Sunday. And Mrs. Adolph, yes, as Ron said, was the one who said, probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago at this point,
Longer.
you're coming, you're invited, so come on, and love Mother Adolph.
Yes.
She's revered at St. Charles, as was Mr. Adolph. And Ron and Samantha were mentored by him as lectors, because as you know, Mr. Adolph could read a sermon. Yeah. So I'd like to recognize my dad, who was in the Korean War, and my grandfather, who fought in World War I. So on this Memorial Day, I pay homage to everyone who fought and served the country. Thank you.
It's difficult following all these New Yorkers that went to the same Catholic church. Wow. My name is John Burke. I'm affiliated with the family because I married a Thompson of the many Thompson girls. I married the best one.
Shots fired.
It's a long story.
Still daylight. Still daylight.
When we first got married, I told my wife she was a mail order bride. I told her she married me because she needed to get her papers straight. Which is true. 48 years ago, we're still married. Bahamian women are strong women. Bahamian women give you something certain American women that don't have island backgrounds give you. Really? It's different. I hate to say it like that, but it's true. They look at things differently. You have to do this a lot to Bahamian women.
Universal.
Okay, but anyway, my wife's a Thompson. I met most of these New York Thompsons through my wife, and many of them remember the family reunion about 35 years ago. And this is a family reunion when we were out on the boat in Nassau. And they threw one of our sons in the water, and he didn't swim. And they said he'll learn. So, but it's a wonderful family. Glad to be a part of it. Glad to be a part of the Catholic Church, I guess, at this point. I converted to Catholicism 35 years ago.
Very good.
Okay, so I'm there with you. Thanks be to God. And here's my lovely wife, Frances Thompson Burke, always a Thompson.
Here with all my cousins and family and friends on this Memorial Day. I am the niece of Beryl Adolph, Beryl Thompson Adolph. And my father, Thaddeus Thompson, was her brother. So I grew up in the Bahamas. I grew up in Nassau, so I didn't grow up with Memorial Day. But once I found out that Gerald has this gathering every Memorial Day, and that was like 3 years ago, I decided I wanted to come every year and be here and celebrate with my cousins, my New York cousins. We have Bahamian cousins, from the Thompson family, and we have the New York Thompsons that are here in New York. So I'm grateful to be here. Thank you.
All right, well, he's a New York Giant fan, even though he lives in Philly. So I'll pass it to my brother.
I'm the son of Jeffrey Etheridge, and I'm also the son of Geraldine Etheridge, which is of course the sister of Leroy Adolph. And usually as an attorney, I usually get paid by the word, but I'm going to make this really short. I think that my Memorial Day recollections are with my brothers and sisters, of course, my wife Kendall, and being here, and nieces, of course, having the celebrations in Jamaica, Queens, having the celebrations in Quag, having the celebrations in Laurelton. We used to get dressed up and do all this stuff, and here, I just think
what happened to Nanuet?
Forget about Nanuet.
Nanuet also.
Forget about Nanuet.
I think it's really important that, we love each other, we spend time with each other, and we think about all the times that we've had in the past. We have all these memories that we have in the past, but it's important to keep it going. Not only in the past, but also in the future. So I want to thank everybody for being here. We really enjoy everybody, and we look forward for next year and the years to come.
Hello, my name is Kendall Oglesby Etheridge. And Memorial Day makes me think of my dad, who was in the Navy, and he fought in World War II. And I can remember him telling me when I was young, Kendall, I want you to make sure that you travel and see the world. Well, as I became an adult, I met this wonderful man, and we got married, and he has traveled the world with me. So my daddy's dream came true for me to see the world, and I see it with LaVoy. And I love you all.
Don't be shy, Ron. Now. So I've been clowning this spoon the whole time. Test 1 2 1 2 1 2.
I can't hear you. Speak up.
Mic sounds nice. Test 1.
Mic sounds nice.
Test 2. So I need no introduction. I am Ronald. I am Ron Adolph, son of Leroy and Beryl, brother of Gerald, Mark, cousins, all these great people on the Thompson side, Etheridge side. Come on, Etheridge, let me hear you.
Marie Etheridge.
Cousin of Adrian, who actually moved to Rockland County of all places.
Yes.
Same exit as Uncle Leroy. Believe it or not.
Unbelievable.
Exit 10, you make a right.
We made a left to go to Nanuet, make a right to go to New City.
Within 5 minutes of Uncle Leroy's house, and I had no idea until I went to see my house for the first time. And Mommy said, "Hold up, this is like we going to Uncle Leroy's house."
Too funny. But it lives on. Rockland County lives on. So all I'm gonna say is this. I'm gonna get real serious for a second and just say one thing. A lot of black kids come from families where there's not a lot of men. And you hear this all the time, the lack of men in the black family. I cannot say that. We had real men in our family. From my father and my grandfather, my Uncle Jeff, all my uncles on the Thompson side. They all brought it, Uncle Jack, Vincent's father, they all brought it differently. But they brought it like men, and the thing they had in common is they all served. They all served. So, yes, today we recognize the fact that they all went to World War II, the big one, and they all made it back. So, they all made it back. And they did some things, as you know, as black men at that time. We weren't treated very well by the military. And one story, I can't remember the name of it, maybe some of y'all remember, where you had to take the supplies to the front line, and to do it at night, and they used to tape the headlights so all you could see was like a cat eye. You know the story I'm talking about? All the black men, they always had the black men do that because it was really, really dangerous. But when they came to take the pictures for the photo op, all the white guys would go out there and take the photos, and we never got credit. There's a million stories like that. But today I just want to honor the fact that we have black men in our family that served, were men, looked after their families, and they taught us how to be men. So, to them.
Yeah. Amen.
Keisha Sutton James. 40s-ish. I will say two things. One, I just feel incredibly blessed. I have no blood relation to any of y'all, but you embrace me like I am, me and my children and all of our children, because Gwen said we're going to bring these random people into our house and into this family gathering. So my children have grown up looking forward to, one of them is up there with Avery and the other one is back there with Quinn. Children, pay attention.
Your mommy's speaking.
Oh, she's looking at her, the eyes. That was so good. But we have been embraced in this family in such an incredibly special way, and we all really look forward to your family gathering because it feels like ours. So thank you all. Thank you. Where's Gerald? Thank you, Gwen and Gerald, for having us, but also thank you to each of you for embracing all of us, the Five Families members.
Five families,
yes. And then, but most importantly, I have to lift up some of my ancestors. I've been doing ancestry. I don't know about, my grandfather was the youngest of 15 children. Okay. He was born in 1920. Okay. I don't know, I've been finding lots of enlistment cards for older siblings for World War I, but I haven't found anything about service. My grandfather was a Tuskegee Airman.
All right.
And my dad served in the Marines in Vietnam, and he too is at home living miserably today, but in New York City, and that is a common thing, I think, for a lot of Vietnam servicemen. Sure. So I must lift them up. Thank God he's living. But yeah, it's not great living for many Vietnam vets. But I'm grateful for their service, and I am. We are all, children of their legacy and what they've made possible for us. I'm passing a mic.
Oh, okay. We need that connection made.
Okay. Okay.
At Ronald's insistence.
At Ronald's insistence, I will say that the grandfather who I was talking about, who was the Tuskegee Airman, is Percy Sutton, who many of you know, and who was also the person who moved to South Ozone Park.
Yes.
With my granny, who grew up in St. Mark's Church. Anybody else out there, St. Mark's Church? No? Okay. Okay, those of us who know. Right. If you know, you know. St. Mark's Church.
Thank you for sharing.
Now, of course, no Memorial Day is complete unless the man himself speaks. He will introduce himself, and without further ado, you are going to enjoy the story that this next man tells. Please tell us your name.
That's my mic.
Oh, that's your mic, okay.
I ain't even know the story I'm gonna tell. My name is Vincent.
All right.
For those who don't know,
hello, Vincent.
Vincent Morgan, son of Jack and Hazel Morgan.
Hazel Thompson Morgan.
You telling the story, you are not. Hazel being the sister of Beryl Adolph. They're both Thompsons. Both born the same day.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Listen and learn. Just 10 years apart. My mother always reminded her she spoiled her 10th birthday. Beryl said, I guess I'll go to my grave with that blessing. And Hazel said yes, but they were the closest that they could be. In fact, what Ronald didn't tell you, when they moved out of the city to Nanuet, they still spoke on the phone, but at that time there wasn't cell phones. It was landlines. So that was like a regional call, a long distance call, or whatever. Leroy Adolph made the mistake of mentioning of Hazel. Listen to me. You know I've been eating more than ice cream. Mention to Beryl that I will take you to visit your sister Hazel weekly, rather than y'all talk on the phone. And Beryl politely told him, from this day forward, I'll pay the phone bill so you don't have to worry about the call.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay? But don't tell me I can't talk to my sister Hazel.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that was the end of that. She would tell you if you ask her this day, the only bill she paid in that house was the phone bill. And if you ask this man sitting here, it was his brother, they used to cut up like two strangers, like crazy people, when their mother was on the phone with my mother. Correct. They would raise hell. She'd throw shoes at them, knives at them, plates at them, all kind of stuff in the house. Come on, he's right here now, talking about him and telling him I'm telling the truth. To get them to stop, which they would. No, and Bell on the phone, that's good for an hour. That's Aunt Hazel?
2 hours.
And 2 hours. And they would do whatever.
That's hilarious.
But the point was, both of them had the same analogy. Family first. Period. Period.
Okay, period.
Which is how we were raised. The Adolph family. The Morgan family. The Etheridges on Thanksgiving, because they always came to my house to get the ham that they carried to their house for Thanksgiving dinner. Come on now. Am I just telling jokes or telling the truth?
Christmas.
No, it's Thanksgiving.
They did Thanksgiving, Christmas. Go ahead, go ahead. Be good.
I'm telling the story, you and I. But it was all part of how they prepared each other, they brought. If we look at the picture album, you saw the pictures of them dressed alike living at Aunt Lou's house when they all came to New York. We had a joke. The others had that island, what was it? You all came through. The immigrants. The island in St. in the harbor. History, hello? Ellis Island. We had Aunt Lou's house. Everybody came to Aunt Lou's house and lived, started, and went out with their lives. All had a place to live, like you had grandfather's house. I'm the same family. Just get here. I got you. A phrase that was used all my life when somebody said to you, I got you. You didn't ask no more. You said, what's up? He got me. And we knew that person reassured you through anything and everything. You know? It's like the joke where you can make a collect call home on a payphone. And your mother would always answer like, the hell are you at calling me collect? But they would then say, get in the cab and come home. I'll meet the cab. They always had enough money to pay that fare, no matter where you were coming from in the world. And there were no ATMs. Marriage, relationship, foolishness, school. You just wanted to come home. And you could start out again in life. That's how you were raised, and you knew your elders took care of you and provided for you. Like he was describing, my father told me, I said, Daddy, you never drove? He said, hell, I drove in Sam's Army. Once I got out of there, I vowed I'd never drive again. Because they put all the blacks in transportation. And they always had to do driving, like he said, the dangerous part of the job. And they had to take to the front lines and never got credit. I saw the picture of them, their army, about 200 guys, all black, and 2-3 white guys in the front. I said, what's it, all black army? He said, you would think so, because we're all black in the picture. But what it was is the segregation that they had, that they separated the blacks from the whites. Like I knew being a funeral director, they buried the blacks all in the same place in whatever cemetery, including the veterans. I laugh at people who say they're in Woodlawn. I said, you come to the Perry Avenue and you in the corner? They said, yeah, how you know? I said, we call that Coon's Corner. So they put all the blacks in Woodlawn. Come on now. You go, you got family in Woodlawn, you in the south end over there in the corner. There used to be a gate there, they dug it up, now it's graves. And they had an outhouse over there for you to go to and go back out to the cemetery. Because in life as in death, it is separated you. It was a way. You have to go to Alabama. It's right here in New York. It's just well hidden. You don't realize, you be like, oh man, oh yeah. It is what it is. So knowing it, you know how to deal with it, make the best of it in life, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever. All I say to say that I'm honored and blessed to have been in and around the people I call family, because I'm blessed. You know what I mean? I don't know about y'all, but I know we are. And our cousin inviting us in his house and letting us eat them up and drink them up? Come on now. You can't get nothing better. Hey, Ace, you know? Hey, Ace, you know? You done well. And we're doing well.
Thanks for going.
And for that, what happened?
So you better say this.
I'm going to get to Gwen next. You keep the best till last. You see how you clean that up? Don't come in. No, I hadn't forgotten that. Gerald and Gwen. We know it's Gwen's driving and Gerald's just along for the ride. But it's all good. You know, because how they get along and go along. But in the event, we say thank you. You know what I mean? Because I say, we know when Gwen say jump, he don't ask why, just how high. Come on now. And it's a beautiful thing. But we say thank you again. Why are you waving at me? I ain't got no mic.
No, put the bug in front of me. You keep going.
A bug.
Thank you.
Work that mic, baby. Work it.
I just say, we gathered around, I ain't got no casket. It's a good day. Come on now. This is a good day. We're all together for positive. And we're laughing. And we're joking. And we're enjoying everybody's conversation. Like I'm enjoying mine. You ain't videoing that, are you?
You started this. Oh, you started. So you want to, well, but that doesn't get your wife off the hook. Or does it get him? We have one more speaker. We've all seen him, always in the background, very quiet.
Yes.
He's quiet no more.
He keeps us from stopping.
He has a little bit to say today. If you enjoyed your food, you enjoy what this man has done.
Not just our body. Yes.
Without further ado,
Yes, for years.
clear my throat.
My name is Peter Henderson. I'm from Harlem, New York. I really had a lot to say, but he took up all my time. But it's a privilege to be with you guys again, and I thank y'all for having me here. It makes me feel welcome and all that. So, but I usually talk a lot, but I'm just trying to keep it brief. Thank you all. I enjoyed you all, and I hope nobody gets sick. Get home safely.
And now just one more thing we have to do before we close the show with Gwen. Has some exciting comments to tell us all. But before we do this, I want everyone, I'm sure all of you at some point had a little musical training. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. All right, so get your voices ready, because somebody thought that I forgot, but I didn't. Somebody thought that I wouldn't mention anything, but I will. You may not know this, but I do. Today, ladies and gentlemen, is Beverly's birthday. So, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday. Wait.
And the plot thickens.
Oh,
before you do that,
hold on.
Somebody
I believe Wole Coaxum is about to pass the speed limit.
Oh, what? Oh, what?
What happened? Next week he goes double nickels.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now you can go.
Okay.
Hey, all the May birthdays, all the May birthdays.
All right, all the birthdays.
No,
Wait.
we celebrating today, right?
Tomorrow.
Are we celebrating you for
today? Tomorrow. Wait. Anyone? Wait, hold on. Anyone here who has a birthday within the next week? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Oh, we got a whole bunch of people. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right.
Gary.
We get to and Gigo.
And my daddy yesterday.
All right. So on what? And now for the moment that you've been waiting.
Yes.
With bated breath all night.
Yeah.
We fed you.
Yes.
Yeah.
We drank you.
Yes.
We TV'd you.
Yes.
We had some fun with you.
Yes.
But now, to bring home the final act.
Okay.
The best act, which is always saved for last.
Okay. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to bring to you the esteemed, the one and only, Gwen Adolph, ladies and
And Harris is not gonna act like he gonna get out of it. Come on, Harris.
Y'all can come, but don't say nothing.
Wait,
Just
with
all
his
talk.
bush.
Great.
Oh yeah, let me get out the phone.
He got 3 plus points.
You know Gwen's gonna have it her way.
Okay, thank you. So family. Yes. Everyone here is family, and we thank you. For this year, I want to give special thanks to Gerald.
Gerald!
Some of you know I've actually been in Massachusetts for several months now. And Gerald did everything for today's event.
All right, Gerald!
Not like we haven't done it before.
So I just want to say thank you.
Okay, so while she's doing that, I will also do a thank you. This is the first time in a few years that my brother Ron and my sister-in-law Etta have made it here.
Yay!
And the reason is because they are taking care of our mother 24/7, 7 days a week. And if any of you have ever been there, whether they were 6 months old or 96 years old, it's kind of a full-time thing. And so, like, we are all just so deeply appreciative for what you do for Mom.
All right.
And with that, there's a bunch of food to be taken and a bunch of dessert to be eaten, because I don't need either one of them.
That's a wrap.